Hi, everyone, and welcome. It looks like we have all of you online, so let's get started. Actually, it's great to see so many of you joining today. I'm seeing some familiar names and even a few friends. So thank you for coming back and trusting us once again. And for those of you who are joining us for the first time, just to very briefly introduce us, I'm Diana. I'm part of PDFix team, and I'm joined today by my colleague Josef, the CEO of PDFix. And yeah, basically today's topic, PDF validation, came directly from you. Over the past months, we received many questions about PDF UA validation, inconsistent results across tools. So we decided let's make this live transparent session and show exactly how we at PDFix approach validation using veraPDF, the open source industry-backed validator supported by the Open Preservation Foundation and aligned with the PDF Association, where we are active member. Now, don't worry, we will not here to overwhelm you with the 100 slides and new fear of PDF errors. We'll keep it very practical today and to the point. So basically, we will just cover a quick introduction to veraPDF, why we at PDFix decided to integrate this open source validator directly into all of our products, and a short look at how validation tools compare. And then Josef will jump right into live demonstration inside PDFix Desktop and show you how to validate, how to view errors, how to generate reports, and even fix issues, all within one click, a few clicks, within one application and within one workflow. I would just say that throughout the session, feel free to drop any questions in a chat. We are keeping an eye on chat, but we will also have the dedicated question and answer session at the end. So, all right, I think that's enough from me for now. And Josef, if you are ready, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Diana, very much for the introduction. Also from my side, welcome everyone. I'm Josef from PDFix, and today's webinar will be mostly about the validation. I hope everyone can see my screen. If you want to drop any questions, feel free to do this. Do that into the chat. We'll answer your questions at the end of the webinar. And we can take a look at the scope that we have prepared for you. So let's go on. So the reason why we have chosen the veraPDF into our product, quickly to touch base the reason of validation of PDF UA files and the process of validation. Basically, everything is related to compliance of PDF UA or WCAG standard or any other accessibility standard. The process of validation ensures the users, the producers, or any document distribution companies or subjects that somehow must or want to send out a digital content which is accessible, which is readable, which is usable. That's probably the most important, and which enables the users to get the information that is included in the document, not just visually, but also in other ways. So this is what the validation is for. So it ensures that the PDF document is accessible in a sense that it is compliant with the specific attributes defined by the PDF UA standards. Here I have to say that the validation tool is just another program which is executed on the PDF document to ensure this compliance and examines the PDF and each aspects, each individual objects in the PDF document and make sure that the properties that are set are aligned with the PDF standards that are set. The programs can be written in various forms. We have identified, or even you also have identified, a number of validation tools that are available on the market. So it's not just veraPDF, which is possible to be used for validation of PDF standard, PDF UA standard. From those from those well-known, it's a pack checker, which is very often used. It's a common look. It's Adobe. So there is a lot of other programs that can do validation. We do not rely on promoting any of these, not even veraPDF. We have decided to use veraPDF because of the most practical reasons, because it's an open source, and that's probably the most important for us, because we can see how the validation is processed, what is in the program. We can even contribute, and we do contribute to the source code in case we found any issue, or if there is another some opportunity to improve or add new checks or improve them in order to get better results in accessibility. So this is the main reason why we have chosen this validation tool, and the simple word is transparency. So this is what outlines the reasons why we have chosen this validation tool. The usability of this tool is also very important, because veraPDF is a written program and can be used in different forms, like a command line for automation, can be used as a desktop application, can be integrated. So these are also other advantages. I will speak about them later during the talk, and I will also show you some use cases how we use it in the other sessions. When we speak about the various validation tools I mentioned for outstanding, we hear from the customers or the clients when we talk to, they have typically a requirement from their customers, from their clients. They must use PAC because that is the preferred tool of these clients, or someone else may rely on Acrobat to validate the PDF document. That's all correct. And we do not want to speak in a sense that use another validation tool because it's better. It's always kind of a source of trust for the customer to get good PDF documents that are accessible. PDF validation tools can make mistakes, of course, and I will show you in a few minutes what was the result of the kind of a review of all validation tools we have done. We have done in the past, and here we'll show what are the pluses and minuses is not the best word, but actually what are the differences between the validation tools when you want to preserve we want to check for the validation. The comparison is available on our website, and if you click on the blog or the article, veraPDF UA accessibility validation comparison table on veraPDF Adobe PAC and Common Look, you can find multiple the tests that we have done and results that outlines the differences. This review was done on a specific version of the validation tool, so you can see that here. So when you use a newer version or the older one, you can find the differences. Most importantly, veraPDF, as a part of the project, contains a set of testing files that we have used for the checks. So the table, which contains the whole set of checks and the differences between the results, has an outline, has a mark whether the test has been done the same way, or there were some differences, or each validation tool provided different results. You can review all the changes, and as you can see, that the percentage of different results is more than 50%. So relying on a single validator during the processes or during the process of producing the PDF documents may be correct, but honestly, it will probably not provide 100% assurance that the PDF document is accessible. Most important task in the document creation or distribution, or when someone is doing the remediation, from our point of view, is the usability of the PDF document. So regardless of how many green checks you get in the pack or in Common Look or veraPDF, it is always important to take the document, to use it, let's say, as a blind person, to run screen readers and find out whether the information that is provided in the PDF document can be accessed or cannot, or there are some limitations. So these validation tools are something that can help you to get this information in advance and can be used in, let's say, during the process, during the workflows, during the automation workflows, whatever setup you have, these checks can be done. But to ensure that really the accuracy and the full compliance with PDFUA standard, it is important to do really manual check, and then the document can be safely distributed. Going back to the veraPDF, veraPDF has been developed as a part of the project with under the Open Foundation, and together with PDF Association, created as a tool for automated validation. How it validates, we will speak about to speak about how it validates, what includes the validation. I will point your attention to a document which is called Matterhorn protocol. Matterhorn protocol is a document that was created by PDF Association and the technical working groups that have created this document as a conformance testing model. Matterhorn protocol is a list of checks that are executed on the document, fail conditions, and tries to identify the problems in the PDF document that are somehow causing the failure or of the compliance. This document has some new versions, so the expectation is that if any changes will happen in this area of in this industry, the new versions will provide another set of tools or hints how to test PDF documents for accessibility. You can read more about this Matterhorn protocol on the website of PDF Association. If anyone is interested, the link is in the article. We'll provide you during the session. The Matterhorn protocol checkpoints contains something more than 150 checks that can executed on a specific objects in the PDF documents, and not just that, it also defines what is the recommended way of testing this individual check. So, for instance, whether some content in the PDF is an artifact or should be as a tagged object, this is something that cannot be done by machine, because machine cannot securely identify whether the content is important or not. So this is the mark H, which means that this check must be done or is recommended to be done by a human. There are other checks that can be done by machine, and this is very easy to use, and this is what veraPDF does. It only works with the machine available checks and does the check automatically on each PDF document. The report from this check, the front report from this check is then generated, and you can view that in the form of an XML or HTML, and depending on the workflow that you want to do, I will show that later. So I recommend everyone who is interested in producing a well-tagged PDF documents to review this Matterhorn protocol and to think about maybe implement some of these human checks or machine available checks into the workflows, either by using veraPDF or any other validation tool. It's also possible. We see a lot of attempts to use AI in the process of validation, and probably you probably already know that, for example, the latest version of PAC introduced an AI check, which might not be perfect at this stage, but we hear from many clients who are trying to introduce some kind of AI or machine tests that could improve the quality of the PDF documents. Maybe not to say that this PDF is securely PDF accessible document, but to help with some guidance, to help find issues in the PDF documents. And because AI can be trained in many directions, it can really help using this approach to automatically validate and ensure the compliance to produce good PDF documents. In the future, yeah, I believe definitely this is the way to go in terms of the validation as well, and definitely we see that this is going to change in the future because the evolution of AI models is improving, and definitely this information will be very valuable for the automated processes. As I said, veraPDF can produce the results, the validation results in the various forms. I will show that in a second, and we can take a look at how the veraPDF can be installed, can be used in your system, so that you can integrate that into your environment. So first, the veraPDF can be used as a desktop application. It's a Java-based application, which means that you can run it on any machines, Windows, Mac, Linux. The user interface provides a very simple setup. So you can just choose the PDF document, you can choose the type of the process, and you can choose the standard. As you can see, we have many standards here. The reason for that, we have PDF-A, we have PDF, just a second, UA, we have other standards here that can be used. The reason for these standards is, I didn't mention at the beginning, the veraPDF was initially built for validation of PDF-A standard, which is archiving. But because it was made as a universal tool, the set of checks for PDF UA was added. A new set of validation profiles are continuously built, and you can even build your own custom. I will show you on the GitHub website. There is a list of all the checks that are available in the process of validation. And if you want to specifically validate just a certain set of checks, you can build your own. So it's very customizable, very flexible for the purpose that you work with. So execution of this PDF gives you the initial information whether the PDF is compliant or is not, and you can view the results in XML or HTML. Basically, the HTML version of this validation I have prepared here. So this is the report, which says some basic general information about the PDF, some statistic, processing time, and so on. And here is also the list of issues that were found in the whole process. Each issue is described. You can also, when you click on the issue, you can get the information about the issue itself, the description, how the test looks like, and so on. So this kind of additional information can be very easily accessed from this directly from this HTML report. When you need to generate PDF report, okay, just by converting this HTML into PDF, you can get and send it to your clients. Each error shows also a point to a specific object which fails this condition. Like in this case, we were missing the alternative representation of all the replacement text for the image, and here is the path to the object which is unique and based on this path, you can really locate the object which has a problem in the PDF. This helps also us when we implemented the veraPDF into our software to find, locate, to visualize, and help user to fix the problem. I will show that in a second. Similarly to HTML report, you can also view the XML report. Let's go here. So this is the sample of the XML report. As you can see, the validation report contains all the issues. The check in each individual check is listed here, provides a similar information like the HTML version. The second option for using the veraPDF is a command line. Basically, it provides the same output. The command line is able to consume the input files. You can choose the flavor, which means that you can choose the built-in validation profile, PDFA, PDFUA, and so on. You can also, as an argument, a custom profile saved on your disk as an XML. So basically, this is the way how to use the veraPDF. veraPDF can be downloaded from the installer from the website. I hope this is correct. Yeah, so veraPDF software. So if you navigate to software verapdf.org, you can download the latest installer for these two applications. This installer contains the command line and the UI-based version of this software. Going further, we have built a Docker-based option for this for the veraPDF, and if you go to our website, this is a PDF validation, is a part of one of the modules or one of the applications in our in the PDFix marketplace, and it's based in the Docker. The Docker can be used as a command line, providing the same results. This is very useful for integrations as a microsystems or simply deployments to the clients using the Docker technology. The last option that I will mention here is the web version. It is operated at the Open Preservation website, so you can simply upload the PDF document here, and it will result in basically the same HTML results as you have seen before. This was implementation for the web option. Also, we have also our web implementation on the PDFix IO. The PDFix IO is a set of free tools that we provided to our customers that they can use for either validation, but also trying how to make the PDF documents accessible, scrape data, convert to HTML. So the set of tools are available directly on PDFix IO. So if you want to visit the tool set that we have available, you can click on this link and visit this website. I spoke about the validation profiles. Basically, it's a topic itself. We have seen many cases when the client was really looking for just for a specific validation type, not the whole PDF. The validation profiles, I think this is the correct link to the GitHub. Yes, perfect. So we have the validation profiles. The veraPDF contains a set of validation profiles in different standards. In the US, we see a lot of usually requests to make PDF compliant with the WCAG standard. WCAG standard also has its own validation profile. So whether your requirement is PDF UA or WCAG, doesn't matter. Choose your own profile. There are small differences in these profiles, and maybe it's worth checking these profiles directly and check the XML file. Most of the content is most of the content or checks are present in both standards, because at the end both WCAG and PDF UA ends up with the same ISO standard that relates to PDF accessibility. Let's move on to the implementation of this free validation tool into our product. As I mentioned at the beginning, and I showed you also, we have made the implementation of of the veraPDF into PDFix Desktop Lite. It's a free tool that is available for anyone, and basically this tool can provide you the same all the advantages of veraPDF, which I presented earlier. So you can validate the PDF in a batch, in the background. You can validate the PDF which is open in the editor and see the results. So technically, the way how it can be used directly in PDFix Desktop Lite as a free software, you can run the validation and see the results in the new tab. Here you can see all the problems that are combined into groups, and here directly from here you can open the document. The execution can be done also in a batch, which means that whether you have 100 files or just a single file, it doesn't matter. You can run the validation and you can check the results combined with all across the all files that were executed in the PDFix desktop application window. Here you can see combined list. So for instance, the natural language problem appears in these 3 files, and you can work with these files individually. You can, we will speak about the ways to fix problem later. When we look at the PDF document, and it's the integration of the validation inside, we have a special tab, which is here on the right side, the validation. And the validation can be run by default. We run PDF UA validation, but you can also choose other profiles, just like in the other applications. If you have a custom profile, so for example, I have created one, the font profile, it's stored on my local hard drive in a specific folder. It only contains issues or checks for font issues and nothing else. So when running the validation, you should see the same results. And basically what you will see, it will contain a list of all objects. As I mentioned, you have the description here, which says something about the issue. We have a full error path, which is a path to an object. And if the problem relates to a specific object, which is on the page or in the structure tree or anywhere in the visible in the visible area of the PDF, we can also directly navigate the user to this problem. So for instance, in this case, we have an untagged content here on the bottom of the page. For natural language, you can see the same. In case of problematic images, again, it's a content problem, which means that it will immediately navigate you to the problematic part of the page. So this is how we integrated the veraPDF into PDFix Desktop. I must know that the version PDF Desktop Lite has this functionality, and it can be used as a free PDF UA validation tool for everyone. It operates on Windows, Linux, Mac OS, so the user can choose which platform to be used, and we support all of them. So this is probably everything around the validation, and because we have already in very small step to fix the problems using PDFix Desktop and SDK integration, I will show you how the PDFix Desktop, the full version, can work with this validation directly to fix issues. Basically, the way how it's done, when you see the validation results, you don't have to search for the tools. So for those who are not experts in the validation in PDFUA standard, because when you see this PDFUA conformance version is missing in the validation, when you use different editor than the validation tool, you need to open the specific tool. You need to understand the problem and provide a fix accordingly. Here in this validation tool with PDFix Desktop, we can make a choice, a recommended tool for you, which means that each issue provides an ability to fix the error directly. So for instance, in this case, is missing PDFUA identifier. You can execute that. For the document settings, the same. You don't have to really search for a specific function or specific button to fix the problem. You can always, or in most cases, you can navigate it just using the simple fix problem item in the menu, and you're done. So for instance, in case of alternative description, missing alternative description, you can choose from the multiple options. In this case, for example, for this logo, it would be probably the best way. It would be just to type the logo of the company and fix that. For natural language, again, we can fix the problem by choosing the correct language, and it's set. Any case of content, like it was the one at the bottom, we can simply artifact the whole content, or we can choose what to do with an untagged content, like in this case, and we can make a choice to run in or to artifact the content. Once the process is done, you can see that the problems are highlighted. We can revalidate the PDF, and this is the ideal state where your process of remediation will end up without searching for any tool button in the PDF in the application. You can really make the PDF UA compliant with a few clicks and with a few seconds. Similarly to implementation in PDFix Desktop, what we definitely must present is integration into automated workflow. The link for the project which is using PDFix SDK in an automated workflow based on the veraPDF will be in the article, which you have already the link for. I think it's not here, but we'll put it here. So the link, the project was presented in one of the webinars earlier this year, and basically the implementation was including the running the accessibility actions to fix specific problems in the PDF documents based on the validation results. So the result was really the validation was done on the PDF document and processing the XML based on the specific clause test and clause number and the issue. We were able to execute the specific actions that would automatically fix the problem. Does not necessarily mean that each attempt will end up with a fully accessible PDF document, but at least it will help you to significantly reduce the amount of issues that are present in the PDF document. And then you can either proceed to manual remediation, or in case you really need to set up a fully automated environment, you can build some custom code or custom execution to fix other issues depending on your specific document problems that you have in the documents. The validation is just to summarize that the implementations of this validation process. Validation we recommend to include into every automated workflow that is set up. In case, of course, we recommend to run the validation on each PDF document. However, in some safe environments that, for example, producing of millions of documents over and over with a specific auto-tagging template, with a specific set of actions that will fix only those problems that really exist in these PDF documents, it can be pretty safe to send out these documents without validation because of, let's say, delays in the performance and so on. But for documents that are actually that are possible to be reviewed, we definitely recommend reviewing them also using these automated validation tools, but also manually to ensure that the compliance will be provided. So that's everything I wanted to speak about. I think the time is pretty good, and we can follow up to some questions whether you have any. And Diana, do we have any questions for the audience?
Yeah. Yeah. First of all, thank you, Joseph, for walking us through. And I see the chat has been busy, so let's jump into the questions. We have a question. Why choose PDFix Desktop Lite over the official free veraPDF desktop application?
Yeah, I think I have from the presentation. I think this was answered during the presentation. The official veraPDF conformance checker provides you the basic interface, which means that it can validate PDF, generate reports, provide you the ability to choose the validation profile. But in terms of the usability, when you want to see the problematic parts of the PDF, this has to be done visually or somewhere else, which means that you can get the report, you can print them, you can save it to a PDF document. This is not a problem. But when you need to continue working on the PDF document, definitely the ability to see the results directly visually, like in PDFix Desktop, is definitely better. So that's the main difference, probably.
Yeah. The other question is, does PDFix use identical veraPDF validation engine without modifications or additions?
Yeah, that's it. We use the latest version of the veraPDF. We also, when we need to do some modifications in the code, we typically contribute to the code of the veraPDF, and we did it in the past already. So we do not make any modifications to the open source solution. However, if anyone would like to use really the source as open source as is, we recommend use it and do whatever you want with it. It's up to you to make a choice.
Yeah, and we have, wow, pretty nice question, a long one. In our typesetting software, if figures, tables, formulas appears within paragraph in the accessibility tags, also they are captured within paragraph, but it needs to be moved outside the paragraph tag and place them to its sibling. Such kind of fixing are possible in this?
Yes, it is possible. I'm not sure if I'm able to show it right now. I can only point you the right direction. And basically, we have an action that is able to fix the problem. Let me open the document again. It's a function which is delete tags. The purpose of this function is to delete tag, and you can make a choice how to deal with the content inside or the nested tags. You can leave the content untagged, you can move nested tags to parent, or you can mark the content as an artifact. So your choice would be probably to move to the nested tags up one level. And here in this first option, you have to choose which tags will be chosen for deletion. So you can write your own custom template. The custom template can say, let's say, I think I have here one example. Yeah, it can be used. So for example, we have a tag type P, which means that only P tags will be executed, and only those P tags whose parent tag type is TR. So in this case, we remove all the P tags. Which in this case, we delete P tags that exist in the table row tag, which is incorrect. So in your case, you would just change the names of the tags in order to delete and move the tags up one level. Yeah, if you need some advice on how to deal with it, please contact our support. We'll help you to set up the proper template for deleting the tags in the content. In the structure tree, and execution will be done automatically, and each tag that matches the criteria will be executed.
Yeah, and there is another one. I know veraPDF doesn't validate contrast issues. Do you have any recommendation for contrast detection, or is PAC still the best to validate with?
Yeah, the color contrast can be also validated with veraPDF, but not with the default PDF UA profile. WCAG complete profile contains the check for color contrast. However, the algorithms for detection of the invalid or wrong color contrast are not the same. So you may see a different results in, let's say, PAC, in veraPDF, or any other validation tool that can do the color contrast check. If you go to veraPDF profiles, you can see this color contrast. I think it's a complete, we can complete, and we can search for. Yeah, so this is the test. This is the test close for the checking the color contrast, and you can check whether the numbers of the color contrast are correctly set or are set according to your way of checking the color contrast. You can also review the codes, whether here are some conditions for checking the color contrast. So technically, you can update this check to make sure that the color contrast matches to your criteria and your requirements.
Yeah. There is another question. Can we get the detailed error reports, HTML, JSON directly from PDFix Desktop Lite?
Yes, you can. Basically, this is again using the integration of using the Docker. So you can run the validation directly in the PDF document. As you can see, we have a multiple validation tools. You can validate the PDF, let's say with WCAG complete. Let's do that. It will show up. Just a second. It was not the right one. This is the generate veraPDF validation report. And you can choose XML or HTML, and here you can choose the right validation profile. You can choose the output name, and when running this, it will also pop up directly in the PDFix desktop, so you can see the same output as before. Then you can save the report as a PDF or HTML. It's then up to you how to deal with this report. But yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we have the question about PDFix SDK. What is the maximum volume of documents PDFix SDK handles efficiently per batch?
Well, I don't think we can say a precise number, because it all depends on implementation. PDFix SDK, let's say, let's presume as a command line, can be executed in parallel on multiple processes. So the number of documents that can be efficiently executed depends only on the integration and the requirements. When running continuously, you can of course process thousands or million documents in a row without interruption. Yeah, we have seen such implementations. Lines.
Yeah, another long one. In regards to testing with a screen reader after validation on Mac, is there a screen reader or testing method that can be used because NVIDIA isn't compatible and the native Apple screen reader is not commonly used?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, on Apple, the offer is kind of limited. NVIDIA is not available. What is possible? VoiceOver is your native option. You can also you can choose do that through Adobe Acrobat for the screen reader test, or as a built-in viewers do not offer this. This type of check or this type of screen reader exposed for the PDF text. So the VoiceOver is the answer, and you can do that through Adobe Reader, DC, or Acrobat Pro. Another option to really check the screen reader is or the let's say the screen reader as a replacement for the screen reader or the reading or the checks is the conversion to HTML using the derivation algorithm. A conversion to HTML using the derivation uses the stack structure in the PDF documents and creates an HTML based on this reading order. So for those who want to really execute the, let's say we need to run the, we need to run conversion to responsive layout, not this one. I need to run the conversion text to HTML. So we can choose various options how to convert the PDF documents, but basically we will use the document structure, the tags, as a reading order to generate the HTML. So the resulting PDF is using the structured tags and generates the HTML accordingly. You can also see the differences in the way how it can be, how depending on how the document is tagged. So for instance, if you have some heading structure, H1, H2, it will automatically also use these tags in HTML. So running the conversion again will show you the difference. So we have now H1 heading, H2 heading. So it always reflects the state of the tag structure in the PDF documents. So this is also another way of showing the reading order of the PDF tags and maybe reviewing the content. It also can be used automatically. This PDF to HTML is a part of the PDFix SDK. So if you will think about some implementation of checking the reading order just by reading the content as an HTML form, this is one way to go. That's it.
Yeah. And for now, it looks like the question chat is empty. So I would just say, if you think of anything later, just reach out to us. We will also add these questions with answers to the frequently asked questions section on PDFix.net on our website. And yeah, basically just a quick reminder before we end, you'll receive the webinar recording right shortly after the session, but you will also find it on PDFix website and on our YouTube channel. For the future, if you have any topic ideas, what would you like to cover next webinar, please bring them in. We will appreciate it. We make this for you, so that would be great. And that's a wrap for today. So thank you much for joining us and spending some time with us. Thank you, Josef, for the great session. And yeah, we'll see you next time.
Thank you very much, everyone, and happy Christmas, and bye-bye.
Bye.